welcome to The Explainer. So today we're tackling what is probably the most fundamental yet incredibly frustrating hurdle that literally any entrepreneur or creator faces. And that's the massive wall of market noise. I mean, think about it. You're out there competing with millions of voices, and they're all shouting for the exact same attention. So in this hyper-crowded world, how do you actually make sure people stop, look, and choose you? It really all boils down to this ultimate question. How do you stand out? We're living in an era of infinite options and basically zero friction. If a potential customer can't tell the difference between you and your competitor in, say, 3 seconds, well, they're just going to default to the cheapest option. Blending in, it's basically business suicide. But here's the good news. The definitive solution isn't magic. In fact, it's been hiding in plain sight in 3 simple words.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the core concept.
Unique selling proposition. Man, these 3 words carry an immense amount of weight. Yet, they get thrown around so much in corporate jargon that we've kind of completely sterilized their true meaning. This is absolutely not just another buzzword. It is your ultimate anchor for differentiation. And to truly master it, we really have to dissect it. So the crucial point is that a unique selling proposition is the single distinct factor or benefit that makes an offering stand out from literally everything else in the market. Notice I said single distinct factor. We're not talking about a laundry list of features here. It's the sharp point of the spear. Think about Domino's Pizza back in the 80s. They didn't promise the absolute best tasting pizza, did they? Nope. They promised it in 30 minutes or it's free. Now that is a USP. It's basically your absolute defense against becoming just another commodity. Moving on to Section 2, defining unique. And this brilliantly illustrates the stark conceptual contrast we're dealing with. Being unique means you are one of a kind, distinct, irreplaceable. On the flip side, generic means you're common, blending into the noise, completely interchangeable. Human brains are actually hardwired through a process called habituation to just filter out the ordinary. It's how we save mental energy. So if you're generic, you are literally neurologically invisible. But hey, uniqueness doesn't mean you have to go out and invent a flying car. It just means finding a highly specific angle or process that makes you completely irreplaceable to a very specific group of people. Next up, Section 3, the art of selling. Now, what's really interesting about this is that selling is rarely just about the transaction itself. I mean, we instinctively picture some sleazy car salesman, right? But in the context of a USP, selling is about transferring distinct value. It's actively communicating the difference and persuading through absolute clarity. Seriously, you could have the single most unique methodology in the entire world, but if you just hide it away in your basement, it's completely useless. You've got to actively inject your uniqueness right into the minds of your audience. Let's look at Section 4, making a proposition. A proposition is a concrete promise of profound value. I absolutely love this quote because it just elevates the entire framework. Think about a proposition outside of the business world for a second, like a marriage proposal. It's a pledge, right? It's you saying to your market, hey, if you give me your time, your trust, or your money, I promise you a specific, profound value that you literally cannot get anywhere else. Without that rock-solid promise, your USP, well, it's really just a catchy slogan. Which brings us to Section 5, putting it all together. Let's move to and see how this builds into a practical roadmap. Step 1, identify that irreplaceable uniqueness. Step 2, apply it to selling, meaning figure out how to actively communicate and transfer that distinct value. And Step 3, frame it all as a rock-solid, concrete proposition to your end user. When you actually stack these 3 elements together, you completely transcend basic marketing. You create this magnetic force that pulls the exact right people toward you while instantly filtering out all that extra noise. Which leaves us with this final, absolutely vital question to ponder. Are you just selling or are you uniquely proposing? Look, anyone can sell a generic product and just fight for scraps. Take a hard look at your own brand right now. Are you clearly promising profound value based on an irreplaceable trait? If not, well, it's time to get to work. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep refining that promise, and I'll see you next time.